And welcome back. Well, tech gifts are sure to be on the top of your kids' wish list, but those phones, the tablets, and gaming devices also come with tremendous responsibility.
Which is exactly why our next guest says Santa might not be the best person to deliver those gifts. Liz Repking is the founder of Cyber Safety Consulting, and we're super excited to welcome her back to the Morning Blend.
Thanks for being here.
Thank you. Thank you for having me again.
Okay, so what I love about your points here is that it's not that you shouldn't give a tech gift for Christmas, but a tech gift should not be a surprise.
Correct.
And why is that?
Well, as you said in your introduction, the technology comes with a lot of responsibility, not only for the kids, but for the parents. And this is a negotiation. As parents, we want to have these conversations, we want to set rules, limits, talk about the responsibilities, and our power as parents is before we give them up to the kids.
I like that. Yeah, it's true.
It's true. So if they've written down on their list to Santa that this is what they want, we might need to write our own letter to Santa to intercept that portion of their letter. Is that what you're saying?
Santa doesn't really have to deal with the aftermath of the technology.
Right.
He gets to give it and have the excitement on Christmas morning, but then as parents, we're stuck in a bit of a quandary. On Christmas morning, they're so excited. They got exactly what they wanted. No parent wants to ruin the Christmas buzz by saying, okay, let's talk about the rules that go with this. So what we do is we kind of kick the can down the road and we put it off a day, a week, a couple weeks, and then
couple years.
Yeah, right. And then if we get to having the conversation, they've already had the technology, the phone, the iPad, for weeks, using it how they want. Now we're going to try and rein it in, and that's really hard to do.
Well, and you make the point that the iPads, the tablets, computers, gaming devices, those are all going to be on top of most teens, tweens lists or accessories for those things. I find it interesting that you use the word negotiation, and I'd love for you to elaborate on that, because some parents feel you should never negotiate with your child. But I think there is some value to kind of giving some give and take when it comes to setting rules and limits.
Well, because the goal is to get the kids to buy into this so that they follow the rules. And they need to have a voice in it. So if I say to my daughter, I want to have your phone by 8 o'clock at night, and she says, well, I really want it till 10, and we agree on 9, she's more apt to follow that and not give me a hard time because she had a voice in it. And also when you, and I use negotiate loosely, more as a fun term, but when you listen to what they want and why they want it, you start to see what's important to them with how they're using their technology, which is good to understand as a parent as well. So it's more about the conversation that goes into it, and the opportunity to have really good conversation is before you actually give it to them.
Yeah, and you say when there's a violation of the rules, there needs to be consequences.
Absolutely. So you want to lay those consequences out. And really what all of this does is it cuts down on the day-to-day. We all have kids, right? And I don't need another thing to hound my child about. So if we can set their expectations about how they're going to use it, what's going to happen if they violate the rules, then we cut back on how much conflict we have in our house.
One of the questions we often get from parents, because you mentioned it's before you give them the gadget or the phone that you set these rules and you have this conversation. A lot of parents are out there going, well, they already have a phone, they already have their tablet. Is it too late because I've already let it go too far? And that's, I think, the hardest thing as a parent is take those steps back and initiate rules and limits where you have not already negotiated them.
Yeah, it is. It's definitely harder to do depending on the age of the child, but sometimes, like, I did the same thing with my own daughter. We had sort of let some of the rules go, but then last Christmas, she wanted a new phone, an updated phone. So I used that opportunity to try and pull the ship back into the harbor a little bit.
Yeah.
So.
What did you say that once? There's a new sheriff in town.
Yeah, that's what I tell my kids. Whenever I've let things go, and it happens, I think, as parents, and not just with technology, but in all areas of life. If I'm like, well, oh, this is out of control, I learned it from my mom. There's a new sheriff in town. Here are the new rules. Because I think sometimes as parents, we feel like we have to have permission to do that. And sometimes you have to just say, I'm a parent, this isn't working.
Bottom line.
And so we need to do something else.
And parents ask, too, what do I do if I can't get them to agree? And I keep trying to remind them, you can take the technology away.
Take it away.
Say, give me, let me have the phone for a week. If you take a phone from a teenager, you will get a change in behavior.
Yeah.
Liz says, Liz gives you permission to take away the gadget.
You got it.
Technology.
You heard it here.
There you go. Ho, 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 right?
Yeah. Thanks for being here,
Where can
Liz.
people find information about you?
Cybersafetyconsulting.com.
Okay.
I write articles that outline all of these types of ideas and keep people current on what kids are doing online and what technology they're using.
Awesome. Happy holidays.
Yeah.
Thank
Thanks
you.
for being
Thank
here.
you, both of you.